Logic TV is live in full effect tonight. You got my man from Atlanta, Fox Sports, South Zone, Karvis joining us tonight. You got Erica joining us tonight. Also, we made here from True Speech. And before you all go there, our man from Memphis, Neek, is not fired. He's on vacation tonight. So, before you send us the emails, Neek's not fired. That's what we got for you. And tonight, we're going to have some brave talk. We're going to have some good take versus bad take. So, we're going to teach you what a good take is and what a bad take is. So, get ready for that. So, Erica, what's good with
you? Nothing, right? Having a great evening tonight. You were breaking up a little bit in the intro, but other than that, I think we got it. But how about you?
I am good. The intro is kicking, waiting on our moment, and we're waiting on a moment. We got my man here, Karvis. Karvis, what's good with you, my brother?
Not too much, man. Happy to be on the show tonight. Just an exciting time for the city of Atlanta. Just looking forward to the playoff series against the Dodgers on Thursday and Friday night.
Yes, indeed. The chop house will be chopping in full effect. And, you know, you can always see Karvis doing his thing behind the scenes on Fox Sports South and Sports South with Jerome Dronovich, the Steeler fan himself, or with Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Ryan Klesko, Tom Glavine, Dale Murphy on any given day. You may see those former Brave legends around my man Karvis. And Karvis, talk about that. How do you feel getting to be around Brave legends on a daily basis? How does that make you feel as coming to work, being around greatness every day?
It's like a dream come true. Growing up watching those guys on TBS, whether it was Dale Murphy or Brian Jordan and sometimes Marquise Grissom, and then also getting a chance to see Ryan Klesko, it's just a dream come true just to talk about their playing days with the Braves organization. And I'm still amazed to this day that people still talk about them everywhere I go. So it's a lot of fun working with those guys on a daily basis.
Yes, indeed. And I must say, Erica, that the Fox Sports crew treats me with the utmost respect since I've been covering the Brave games. They've always had my back, make me feel very warm and home in Atlanta, Erica.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with that tomahawk chop going on in Turner Field, so yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, and Karvis, now we have some news coming out that the Braves may leave Dan Uggla off the postseason roster. How do you feel about that? Now, me personally, I'm going to tell you, I feel that the Braves wasted money on getting Dan Uggla and B.J. Upton. They could spend their money elsewhere and got better players. But I must say, the Braves might have the most expensive bench in the playoffs. If Uggla and Upton don't start, you go and line up a Schaefer or Gaddis out there and left with Hayward and Upton, the other Upton Justin. So talk about the Braves roster season coming up tomorrow.
It's going to be very interesting. The 25-man roster hasn't been announced yet, so the announcement is probably going to be expected after the team workout tomorrow afternoon at Turner Field. But going back to what you were saying about Dan Uggla, I'm not surprised about the direction the Braves are trying to go into going into the postseason. As you said, Dan Uggla this season has been horrible, and his production number has declined in the 3 years he's been with the Braves organization. This year, he had 171 strikeouts, and prior to coming to the show, I was reading an article that Mark Bowman posted on MLB.com, which you echoed about Uggla not making the playoff roster. So if he's not on the playoff roster, the Braves may go with a 12-man pitcher.
Yeah, and and I'm very concerned. I've been one proponent who, since Dan Uggla signed with the Braves, I'm always like, why did the Braves sign him? Dan Uggla had that one hot streak in 2011 when he was off the charts. But other than that, he's just been mediocre. And he reminds me of Andrew Jones. I must say, our man Ryan Klesko. He gets pull happy. It's like he won't use the whole field. He can look at Chris Johnson, who uses the whole field. Jason Hayward uses the whole field. So does Freddie Freeman. Mack uses the whole field. Now, Evan Gaddis has got pull happy since he got him off his injury. So it's like Dan Uggla and B.J. Upton are just too pull happy for my liking. It's like they're not giving the Braves a return on their deep investment in them.
Yep, and exactly. And like I'm about to give you some numbers too. This season alone, Dan Ugler batting 137 with runners in scoring position and batting 159 with a man on base. You can't expect to win games with those kind of numbers. Despite the fact that Ugler hit over 20 home runs for the third time, third straight year. So the Braves, in my opinion, has been one of the most interesting teams in the 7 years I've followed the Braves for the South Sports South and Sports South Network. And the Braves, they set a franchise record with, looking at the numbers again, I had it with me, but I kind of missed the numbers. But I'll get back to the strikeout numbers. But with Clayton Kershaw and who else? Man, I'm thinking about game one. But anyway, starting pitchers are going to feast off of strikeouts. And in the playoffs, you got to play small ball.
Exactly. And Dan Ugler's ball is yanking into the left field seat to turn the field. That's Dan Ugler's game. Left field or turn the field. That's what he's trying to aim at. And, you can't get away with that. And like you said, the Braves have some decisions to make tomorrow. And also, Jordan Walden. Now, last time I was down there for the game, when he had a horrible night against the Marlins. I remember that late inning game when he blew the game with the triple and the wild pitch, and that was over for him. And, Jordan Walden, that came off an injury, has not been great. Avalon's cooled down. Scott Downs looking pedestrian. So Alex Wood's in the bullpen now. So talking about the Braves bullpen, getting to Craig Kimbrell, and then what he felt about Freddie going to do about that.
Well, it's going to be kind of interesting because the Braves pitching, should I say their, bullpen has been the best in the National League this year. And with the recent slump with Jordan Walden, who, came off the disabled list a couple of weeks ago after suffering a growing injury, he hasn't been the same. And then Scott Downs, ever since he was down with hurted his left index finger, he hasn't been the same since. So I think the Braves going to have to rely on David Carpenter, who's been doing, really well in the last couple of weeks, and then Craig Kimbrell, the youngest pitcher in Major League Baseball history to record 50 saves. So I think Craig Kimbrell can, get the strikeouts and just throw that heater in the bottom of the ninth inning, or the top of the ninth inning, rather, for the Braves. I think they'll be all right in the series against the Dodgers. But it's going to take the starting pitching rotation is going to have to go in the long inning.
Yes, indeed. And probably we'll see Chris Medlin, Minor, and Teron. Is that what you're hearing down there for 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, Chris Medlin is going to be the starting pitcher in Game 1 in the series on Thursday night at Turner Field, and then you're correct. And the second pitcher that you echoed earlier in Game 2, who's going to be starting Mike Minor. He's been struggling a little bit in the second half of the season after having a fantastic start in the first half of the season. So probably lost his groove a little bit, but hopefully, since this is probably going to be his first playoff appearance, he can, I know he's probably going to be nervous, but the playoffs is an entirely different animal than the regular season. So he's going to have to bring his A game in Game 2 of the playoffs against Zach Greinke.
Yes, indeed. Now, if the Braves somehow in a bad way go down 0-2, which we don't want to happen, will Freddie go with Chris Medlin in Game 3 over Teron?
Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't heard anything from the Braves organization about Game 3 just yet. So I think that, Freddie Gonzalez got a lot of work to do, and then he's probably going to talk to Frank Wynn about that tomorrow once the team finalizes their 25-man roster. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how Gonzalez is going to use Chris Medlin during the series.
Yes, indeed. And, as you know, Karvis, we have a lot of Brave fans with the Bossman show, and we're Brave fans here, me and Erica ourselves. What do the Braves have planned for the playoff promotion? Is it tomahawk? Is it T-shirt? Is it or is it towels? What are you hearing for promotion for Thursday and Friday in Turner Field?
Well, you can probably get more information on that on Braves.com, but I know last week the Braves came out with a new shall I say, a music parody of Feel the Chop. So I think fans are going to get real excited. So who knows what you might see at the game once you get there Thursday or Friday. So, like I said, go to Braves.com for more information. So I haven't got any news about the promotions for those two games just yet.
And Erica, do you have anything for Karvis?
No. I mean, just great information on the Braves. I miss watching them. So I just appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much. And then here's the information I was going to tell you about the Braves offense. This year, the Braves offense recorded 1,384 strikeouts, which is a franchise record. Too much, in my opinion. Way too much.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully the Braves can rely on Justin Upton. He batted .263 in the regular season to go along with 27 homers. So the Braves going to have to probably rely on Freddie Freeman. In the regular season, he batted .319, which was third in the majors, to go along with 23 home runs and 109 RBIs, and led the team with 176 hits. And like you were saying, too, Chris Johnson, he's been pretty strong for the Braves. He batted .321, and which was second in the National League this year, and for the longest, he led the National League, in hitting parts of the season. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Braves offense, what they got in store.
Yes, indeed. And Karvis, we need your prediction. I'm going to give you mine. I have the Braves in 5. That's why I have the Braves in 5. And what you got?
I think the Braves and the Dodgers, they are evenly matched. And like I said, I think the Braves are going to go 5 games. And with the Braves, pitching rotation, it's going to be interesting. The Braves, this season as a whole, the team batted .249 compared to a .264 batting average by the Dodgers. And then, as you know, earlier, during the regular season, the Braves won the regular season series against the Dodgers 5-2. So basically, both teams are carbon copies of each other.
Yes, indeed. And the Braves got the Dodgers very early before they went on their tear and got healthy. So we must keep that in mind. The Dodgers at the Braves earlier this season. So you heard it here first from me and Karvis. Braves in 5. So everybody in Atlanta and in Braves country, I want you to put your right hand out and start doing this. So people, and as we say on the Bossman show, our man Biggie closes out for us like this. You heard it here. Get your chop on, strip for our Braves. Yes, I said our Braves. I'm not impartial. I'm a Brave fan. I'm a Brave fan who covers the Braves, okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm not cheering for the Braves because I am, okay? Thinking with logic, not with emotion. What is my favorite town outside of Orlando, Erica?
I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Thank you. What I like to go spend my off time at? I'm not in Orlando, Erica.
Okay, now this time I'll go with the ATL.
Exactly. And Karvis, you know this answer. Where am I using that on weekends?
At Turner Field. Usually you're at Turner Field in the press box doing your thing. And let me add this another note. Talking about the Braves and the Dodgers series, too. In the regular season, the Braves' ERA was the 3.18, which was the best in the in the National League, rather. In the Dodgers, they led, they were second in the National League with a 3.25 ERA, so pick your poison.
Exactly, people. Karvis bringing numbers, baby. Fox Sports South, my man. He gave it to you. He a Titan fan, too. He's probably happy the Titans 3-1. Probably upset Jay Locke's hurt, so we don't know. We don't know.
I'll take it any week.
You'll take it?
Yep, I'll take it because at the start of the season, I probably would have said at the start of the season the Titans were a 6th winning team, but with the recent performance and everything, they've had the toughest schedule in the AFC South, in my opinion, but hopefully Jay Locker's injury is not that bad, but the Saints defense has carried them through in the first 4 games of the regular season. So hopefully the offense can pick it up. So we still, quarter of the season, the quarter of the season's over with. So hopefully should I say not the Braves, but the Saints can keep it up, keep that momentum going.
Yes, indeed. And Erica, while we're at it, Karvis, please stick around for this. Erica, give us our bad names of the week, please. Well, Karvis, this is our segment where we give you the bad names on social media. People love this segment of our show because we give you the worst of the worst here on Think with Logic TV at gmail.com and on YouTube and on Twitter and on Instagram. Follow us up at Think with Logic TV. Erica, it's on you. What you got?
You know what? I got a list of names here. Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, most of these came from Instagram. Now, earlier on when we did Think with Logic, a lot of them were coming from Facebook exclusively or Twitter exclusively. Now, Instagram is coming up from behind with names like But 38.
Wow.
And it's exactly how it's spelled. BUCT 38. One that I don't think I shared with you, Jay. I put Smurfette. That was
wow.
Right. Not to be confused with the other one. Blonde hair, all blue. And then tonight we came across Ms. Hips and Lips with all these.
Wow.
Yeah, right. And let's see, Jasa Face It with 2 Ks. I mean, personally, I think she should have gone with 3 Ks, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see, Entice _always. Now, Entice is spelled with I, which last time I checked, it was not spelled with an I, but hey, whatever. And I'm sorry, and always, again, had a Z. I don't know what it is about these Z's. Let's see. We got Vina Styling Profiling.
Wow.
So I guess like Vina Stay Styling and Profiling. Most of the vowels are out of this. So there are no I's whatsoever. And, of course, there are no D's. Because, that would be too much. Cosmic. Let's see. Wow, of course. Okay, Cosmic Suit Volume 1.
Whoa.
Right. And Coos was spelled with a K, not a C. That's good to know. And then, of course, VOL1. But I'm just curious.
Cosmic Coos Volume 1, huh? Wow.
Right. Like, why are there multiple volumes of this horrific name? And then, by accident, this was on Instagram, but it's a real person's name. Somebody named their child Tegan, spelled Tiiigan. Now, I've seen it where it's spelled I think maybe CEE or CEAGAN, but never CEIIGAN. So I don't know what that's about. And then our final 2 names of the night come from Facebook, where it all started. We got Angela, I Ain't Got No Bridesmaid Griffin.
Wow. Really?
Now, I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty petty. And I'm also thinking you probably don't have a bridesmaid because you don't have a groom. That sounds like a similar situation that I've come across recently, but that's another show for another day. But, yeah, I ain't got no bridesmaid. So you can hear the hate in her voice when she wrote that. And then our favorite name of the week is Silky Fine Sliming, DICKS, one at a time.
Wow. So her name is Silky Fine, Sliming D's, one at a time.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So she basically messed up a song that we shouldn't have been listening to as kids, but we were. Silky Fine, like Romeo and Juliet, and then
you mean this song right here? You mean this song, this great song right here? Like, cue it up, play it. This is how it starts off, people.
I believe it is.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. I'ma get you. YouTube the rest of it. Silky Fine. Romeo and Juliet. Sounds like Tupac, ain't it?
Right. Like he was trying to sound harder than that song called for. It was hilarious. And for you old heads or older audience members, yes, it did sample Renee and Angela, You Don't Have to Cry. We know this, we got it, fair enough. But whoever Silky Fine, Slime and D's one at a time didn't have to mess that up for me. But she also didn't have to broadcast what she does for a living. Slime and D's one at a time.
Wow.
And I guess that makes sense because, hey, I've never done adult films, but I'm assuming you can only slime these one at a time. Maybe you can do multiple. Hey, I don't know. I'm not about that. But those are the names of the week.
Karvis, your take on this segment, man. I know you listen to this. What's your take on it?
Man, I got to say, there's some very interesting people in the social media world, man. That's all I got to say. Very, very hilarious.
And look here, Erica, Karvis is from near Memphis, so as our fellow Memphian niece, he's very short but to the point, and also right.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Memphis is definitely a very special place.
But have you ever come across anything like this in or around Memphis?
Never seen.
Yeah. I don't think in Memphis we have such horrible names as Silky Fine, Slime and D's one at a time.
Or the bitterness that came out of I Ain't Got No Bridesmaids.
Wow.
I mean, if she wanted to be really real about it, she should have just gone ahead and said, I ain't got no groom. Because that's what it really sounds like.
Exactly. She's definitely needing some. Angela wants some Romeo and Juliet hot sex. It's what she needs.
Exactly. She definitely needs that spice.
Angela, there are many thirsty guys who email this show would love to help you with your problem. Lex.
Exactly. We'll forward them to you. We'll forward them to you at no additional charge. That's for you.
Is that to get them off Erica and everybody else to come on the show, please.
Please.
Exactly. And Karvis, we're going to go into our good take versus bad take. And to really put it, this is examples of a good take. Because, see, a good take is something you're supposed to do. It makes sense. It's logical, okay? A bad take is something that's illogical that you shouldn't do, okay? Good take, you get paid today because it's payday because it's the first of the month. You go pay your cricket bill. Keep your phone on, okay? Bad take, you go to Fashion Force, buy you an outfit, let your phone get cut off or your life or your water. See, that's a bad take. And the good take was paying your bill. Bad take, going to synagogue fashions and buying a cheap dress rather than paying your light bill. Okay? Good take. Okay? A man buys you an outfit, tells you to wear it for him only. you wear it for him when he sees you again. Bad take, wearing the outfit the man brought you to school against his wishes while also going to your male friend's house with loafers and jacket in the bedroom and post on Instagram. That is a horrific take. Okay.
That was a triple bad take.
Exactly. Also, another bad take. Good take. I don't know how this can be a good take, but okay. Good take. Someone asking you out on a date. They're a treat. Bad take. You texting them, telling them that they're asking them out, but it's their treat. That's a bad take. And a very bad take is this right here. Asking what a good take is, thinking that a good take means you're to steal, okay? And that's breaking one of, quote, G's words, that you don't want to have a good take because you're
Wait, what happened?
Looks like we lost him there.
Oh. Jay,
yeah.
Did you get sniped? Okay, there we go.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Look, I'm here.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Those shall not steal. That's a horrible take because you don't want to break one of G's words. First of all, it's God, not G, okay? And the 10 Commandments, not the 10 G's words. So I'm going to let Erica and Karvis talk about good take versus a bad take. Erica, you first. Break this down for the people even further.
I mean, a good take should be self-explanatory. I know one of my friends is not a fan of literally saying good take, bad take. That in itself was a bad take. Because, I mean, think about it. Some stuff is good. Some stuff is bad. I mean, you can word it however you want to. Oh, that's a good idea. That was a smart thing you just said. Or you could say that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Either way, you just said good take, bad take. So, there's no reason to question it. It's a thing. It's true. It is what it is. And if you do question, again, that's a bad take.
Exactly. Karvis, your take on good take v bad take.
Okay, my good take is open the door for the ladies whenever you go somewhere, whether it's going out on a date or you're in the business setting, getting ready to go to work or whatever. Just open the door for the ladies or either letting them go inside the elevator first. Because that's a southern, person who grew up in the South, I always taught that you should always treat a lady with respect. My bad take, seeing a woman, outside pumping gas in the car while a man is sitting in the car. That's a real no-no in my opinion. So, good take, bad take.
Exactly. See, there you go. Another example of a good take versus a bad take. And now we're going to have some more bad takes for you because this we're going on our bad take segment again here. Okay, you go to buy some fast food at, say, McDonald's. You have separate orders, okay? The person's driving as the passenger to hold their food. Their response is, hold your own food. I got to hold mine, you hold yours. Really? Erica, your take on that episode.
Okay, there's so many bad takes in what you just said. First of all, assuming that the driver bought the food, why can't you then hold the driver's food as a courtesy? Like, it never crossed my mind to be that indignant and ignorant with the driver and say, I ain't going to hold your food. Who says that? Besides this particular person that, we love to hate. But, it really would have never, ever, ever crossed my mind whether or not they bought the food for me. never mind that they drove me to this place or, depending on how I feel, multiple places to get my food. I'm holding the food because, I mean, unless we just get so much stuff that I have to put some on the floor, we have to put some in the back seat, it would never be a reason for me to not hold the food. It's simple. Some simple things can turn into bad takes like this. So I don't understand.
Karvis, your take on this bad take.
Very, very hilarious. Why in the world would you want to give some food and everything and expect the person to hold the food? You could at least, give that person the food, just think, out of courtesy for that person. So if you want to get some food, go ahead and get the other person some food. That's not a bad take on the situation. It's too hilarious.
Eric, this must be just Karvis sounds a lot like Neek right now.
Right, quick and to the point. We appreciate it.
It's like I heard Neek for a second. They're like, is that Neek? I really did. Karvis, you and Neek sound just alike, bro. You and Neek sound alike.
And again, for the audience, Neek is on vacation. He did not quit. He did not get fired. He didn't magically disappear into a puff of smoke. He will be back on the next episode. More than likely, he will be back on the next episode. So chill.
Exactly. Chill. Yes, and oh God, I see bad emails already, which is not a good thing. We'll get to the bad emails later. Okay, also, people, bad emails to the show are a bad take too, okay? I'll just let you know.
They're horrible takes. It's
exactly.
Like, don't assume anything that we didn't announce, i.e. people getting fired or not. If we didn't announce that, then don't assume that they're gone.
Exactly. You know what's another bad take? Saying you're the editor-in-chief of a website when it'll be called editor-in-chief. Know your title. If you're going to gloat about being the leader in a fantasy football league, which you're a tout for the people. I'm just saying. Little Smalls online. No names mentioned.
Editor-in-chief?
Yes, not editor-in-chief. Editor-in-chief.
That's like not knowing what CEO stands for. That's right up there with that.
Know your title. But this is the same person who, changes their name to something else that's not. Oh, but we have a take about that too.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of name changes. Oh, my God.
Feel free, Erica. Feel free. Go right ahead.
Okay. When someone gives you their name, or rather gives you what they want you to call them, go with that. Never mind what you see on a driver's license. Never mind what you see on, like, a press pass or a passport. Never mind that. If I tell you my name is Erica Sims, don't then turn around and call me E-Money. If I didn't tell you to call me E-Money, one of my good friends for, I don't know, a solid 6 months, tried her best to call me Simmies. She tried really hard to make that happen. And I never answered her. I never responded unless I was flipping out on the don't call me Simmies rant. And eventually she stopped because it's not my name. And apparently there was a recent incident. Wasn't it, Jay? A recent incident with you?
Yeah. Anybody
you want me to say it or you want to?
Anybody who knows me know I don't go by my government name, which none of you all would know. Unless I tell you personally, or you see it on a press pass. You okay? Like, look here, because the Titans put your whole name on the pass, and she went with this whole, that's not your name. I said, ma'am, I want to tell you to call me Orange, my last name, or Blue, that's my name. You don't fight me about my own name. She's in her feelings about my name. That's not your name. So what the sheet says. The sheet says one thing, but my pass says J, my last name. See what I'm saying? You're
still talking about this days later?
Exactly. Still her feelings today about my name. Karvis, you ever heard somebody get mad about somebody else's name, what they want to be called? She went with, have a good night, Jay, if that's your name. Really? That's your name.
I may get in trouble for saying this, but I had an instance maybe about 4 years ago in my 10-year high school class reunion where one of my classmates was nicknamed third name in high school, but once the 10-year class reunion came about, she all of a sudden decided that she didn't want to be called her nickname, so it was kind of interesting. So she kind of put some of my classmates on blast. So, like you said, they call you one thing, make sure you go by that name because you could say yourself in a whole lot of trouble.
Exactly. You know, and people, that's a bad take, too. If I tell you to call me, okay, most people call me JR, J, or Bossman, or Boss. Some is one of those four things is what I'm called. Okay? And if I tell you that, don't fight me to call me my government name. Or some type of ways I tell you that's not what I go by. I don't care what that sheet says. This is what my name is. This is what I answer to. How do you get in your feelings about someone else's name and what they want to be called? That is like one of the worst takes ever.
It makes no sense whatsoever. But what's hilarious is that if I were to say your government name right now, probably 2 people would get it. Just 2 of our listeners, because, you know, a lot of them, based on the emails, don't listen anyway. We love you, but y'all don't listen at all.
Exactly.
Not the detail.
Because, I have a bad email right here. Y'all have one of that guy play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Jarvis Jones, on the show right now? That Jarvis Jones. So you don't listen.
I was going to say, true story. Over the years, I've been called Jarvis numerous times. And for one of the stations, the station I did my internship for 10 years ago, the main sports anchor was named Jarvis. So a lot of, when I first started my internship, a lot of people started calling me Jarvis. So I've been used to it. So I guess used it in a funny way. And then what makes it so bad, sometimes my first name starts with a K. And over the years, some people spelled it with a C instead of a K. So
yeah, that sounds like our listeners.
Yeah,
I'm not the Jones from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I did have a cousin named Jarvis Jones who played college basketball for East Tennessee State last year.
See, so listener, your take was bad, but you were halfway right, which is still a bad take, listener. And look here, Shantae from Virginia says, quote, I think you guys are trying to pull a fast one on me. Our man Nick is really acting as Karvis is really Nick. It's not Karvis. That is not Nick. I always said that, lady. They sound the same. They sound the same, yes. But, quote, Nick is not acting as Karvis tonight.
And not for nothing, but when have y'all heard Nick laugh? Just saying, like, but he don't laugh at all. So
he did laugh when I did mystical, remember?
Okay, but it was like the quickest laugh in the history of laughs. It was so quick, I don't even remember it.
He was like, bro, you got me. Hold on, you got me, bro. You got me. That was his laugh. Like, that was a lot for me. That I already cracked him up that last week. But please.
Exactly.
We told you. They sound alike. Let people. Karvis Jones. Follow him on Twitter at Karvis Jones, not Jarvis Jones or at Nick. Okay? Get it together, people. Bad takes, people. Bad takes. And before we go, bad takes. Please stop posing with caskets. Stop posing behind tombstones. Stop going with the peace signs with the dead person. I mean, my God.
That is like the most morbid picture you could possibly take. Ever. And like one of my aunts said, well, she was married into my family, but she said that her family does that they take pictures and probably record now certain funerals, and she doesn't even understand it. But she relates more to my family than her own on the strength of that. And recently, like the last funeral I went to, the church just got those big jumbo TVs because, you know, they're, I guess, trying to be a mega church. I don't know. And I was not going up to the casket. I was not planning on doing that whatsoever. I didn't want to see the deceased like that. I wanted to remember them very much alive, smiling, happy. Why did I come into the congregation and see not one but two jumbo televisions or video screens of them in the casket? And I'm thinking, oh my God, what? Not only am I looking at you, but I'm looking at you in a very large way. Like I'm looking at my 50-inch TV right now. That's not cool. That was not okay.
An interesting story is earlier this year, someone that I know who works for the Atlanta House organization asked me, why is it that in the South sometimes why people always like to take a picture of a dead person inside the casket? And basically I told the person that I think it's tradition-wise, but I know in the last couple of years, whenever I go to a funeral of a loved one, I stopped taking pictures. It's just from my take, but I don't know about other people. But sometimes, like you said, I always try to remember the person on the good times and everything, and I don't want to remember the person sitting inside the casket.
Exactly. Hey, you're right about that. So people, get together. Don't be Instagramming and Facebooking and tweeting casket pics, graveyard pics, and don't be posing with the dead person. Don't be putting the bandit on your dead grandmama and posing with her. Really?
Dang, we running out of time, but I got another bad funeral take or two that I saw on TV.
15 seconds, Erica.
Huh?
You got 15 seconds. Hurry up.
Okay, but dang, the baby back ribs dude was buried in a life-size grill. That's one of them.